Nigga. See, now we ain't tracking. What's good, TCG? It's your boy Boski. This video right now is biased as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had something in the back I was gonna check out, but then I realized I need to push y'all on game because y'all keep sleeping on the GOAT Simone the Digger game. Y'all see right there? That metal poster, man, of Gurren Lagann. Above it is an LED of Gurren. Like, y'all should know, my favorite anime, bro, of all time, one could say, is Gurren Lagann. 100%. And I see that death battle drop. Like Gurren Lagann versus the White Lantern. I don't know that much of the White Lantern besides the fact that he controlled all emotions and resonated with all the rings of the Lantern Corps or some shit like that. But that's all I know. I could be completely wrong. That's all I know. So you know who I'm saying gonna win this, bro. Gurren Lagann, Simone the Digger, bro. The nigga threw a universe in the first episode, the first two minutes of the bitch. There's no way he doesn't win. That's crazy because that's how they started basically the fucking anime.
Simone the Digger.
Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern.
Two men born of Earth with the willpower to pierce the heavens and conquer infinity.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Okay. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Deep underground, Jiha village lived in dreary isolation, oblivious to the wider world above their squalid
I didn't put all my homies on Gurren Lagann, and not one of them said this wasn't a good show.
His comrades into the sunlight at last. Kamina, the great and mighty. Oh, and his little brother from another mother, Simone. He was there too, I guess.
Simone was a digger, content to drill endlessly through the dirt.
Simone
until the day he found the core drill.
A key that activated the mysterious buried mech that Kamina named Lagann. Under his magnificently masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom, seeing the sun after a life in the dark.
But the sky was by no means the limit. The surface was ruled by the cruel chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim the Earth for humanity, scoring a second mech in the process, aptly named Gurren.
And as befits Kamina and Simone's unbreakable brotherly bond, Gurren and Lagann merged, creating...
We taking this part out just so y'all can understand the gist, the synopsis of Gurren Lagann. If you haven't watched it, bro, it's on Netflix. It's on Crunchyroll. It's only like 24, 27 episodes. I'm saying, go watch it. It's a good watch, bro. I watched it 5 times.
Gurren Lagann!
With Kamina piloting the body and Simone the head, these two
and
were
the animation is still good.
Of all the giant fighting robots in all the animes across history, Gurren Lagann might just be the absolute coolest, fueled by its pilot's willpower and capable of making any weapon.
And that's why you linked them up with the lanterns. Willpower. I understand it now.
They can imagine,
including missiles, a jetpack, a sunglasses boomerang, and of course,
drills, wrist-mounted drills, kunai drills, shield drills, kamehameha drills, and everyone's favorite, the Giga Drill Bureku.
And this is why I'm like, why haven't not anyone in the nerdcore community or the geek rap scene make a fucking Gurren Lagann track yet, bro? It writes itself. Make a Gurren Lagann drill track. I'm not a rapper. That's just low-hanging fruit. Like, just do it. It'll be gas. I'll watch it 100%. Bias.
It is so funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's like if I made booze or something, my whole personality.
With Gurren Lagann's awesome power, Kamina laid waste to enemy forces, liberated human villages, and fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Genome.
Until Kamina died. Oh, wait, shit.
Y'all shouldn't have, damn, spoil
Was that supposed to happen?
Nope, and it was all Simon's fault. He let his willpower waver, and his soul brother paid the price. After all, he was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit.
So his big bro left him with these final words. Have faith in the Simon who believes in you. Damn.
Kamina was the one
That's a
looking up to
bar.
him the whole time. It was Simon who found Lagann, Simon who pierced the surface, and Simon who would now lead humanity to victory.
Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side, who helped pull him out of his rut and kick Lord Genome's ass. But victory only lasted 7 years before the anti-spiral attacked.
Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens, the anti-spiral feared humanity's potential, what they dubbed the spiral nemesis.
Remember how Gurren
This
Lagann
animation
runs
style
on
is
fighting
still
spirit?
solid, bro.
Turns out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans, have. That's right, the laws of physics run
Think of like chakra, chi, shit of that nature, bro.
on chutzpah.
Just as the spiral turned inward represents endless obsession and madness, the spiral turned outward spins forever into infinity, the perfect representation of humanity's evolutionary potential.
Potential Simon would use as he led Team Dai Gurren across the multiverse to take the fight to the anti-spiral. And
This was before like everything had a multiverse to it, bro. Bro, go watch Gurren Lagann, gang. Fuck.
this is when Gurren Lagann gets crazy.
Channeling spiral power lets you constantly adapt to threats, no matter how overwhelming. Simon can create portals to different realities and higher dimensions. He can generate force fields, absorb energy attacks, and even merge Gurren Lagann with bigger and stronger machines.
Creating the Arc Gurren Lagann, which is strong enough to shatter space and time with a punch.
Or the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, which can fire lasers that are fast enough to hit, and I quote, all
Galaxies.
time, space, and dimensions. All with
Official Divine, it's time for you to make that Gurren Lagann track, bro. How strong is Simone the Digger? How strong is Gurren Lagann? Whatever you gotta do, it's time. It's time, Gingo. It's time. We need it.
in a Planck instant.
That's the smallest unit of time physically possible.
Meaning each laser would have to be moving.
Gurren Lagann is fire as
4.6
fuck,
times
bro.
10 to the 117th power times faster than light.
Damn.
Oh, well, looks like this wins the award for fastest calculated speed feat in our show's history. Congratulations.
I need y'all to understand how long these niggas been doing death battles. The nigga is the fastest ever that's been on their channel. Put some respect on this show, bro. This shit is gas.
Congratulations, Gurren Lagann.
Move over, SpongeBob. You've been dethroned. Oh,
Think
and
about
the
it, you can
guidebook
rewatch
says
it and
they
it's
hit
still
an
gas.
innumerable number of enemies across infinite universes. You literally cannot calculate how fast that is.
But it wasn't enough to escape the anti-spiral's greatest trap, the multiverse labyrinth, an attack that imprisons Simon in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite number of alternate realities that controlled his mind, permanently arresting him in a dream world.
Except Simon and his spiral power are just built different. And after being inspired by his bro, Simon absorbed that whole multiverse to escape.
What makes this even more impressive is that this labyrinth was 11-dimensional, meaning Simon absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself. The jump between dimensions is basically infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that extends infinitely, thus an infinite gap in size and scope.
What?
Oh, we're just getting started. Imagine a 2-dimensional drawing interacting with a 3-dimensional person.
Okay. That's not too far off from what actually happened.
Because when Simon absorbed the multiverse labyrinth, he merged with every alternate universe version of himself, including an alternate universe Simon who is writing his own alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann. And that author's spiral power made
Hold on, run it back. Hold on. They. One thing I can respect about Death Battle, bro. They like my homie Keandre said. Shout out Keandre. They do mad research. The one thing I don't like though, these niggas hate Goku. in every sense of the word.
Every alternate universe version of himself, including an alternate universe Simon, who is writing his own alternate universe version.
Is that a real thing though? Tengen Toppo Gurren Lagann, is that a real thing? They need to drop that if it ain't.
Of Gurren Lagann, and that author's spiral power made his fictional Simon real, adding another to the mix.
Wait, if every human being has spiral power, you're telling me we can all do this shit?
This all gave our
that Asian
Simon
boy
enough
right?
spiral power to form the next step in mecha evolution, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
This is when Gurren Lagann gets actually fucking crazy. Like shooting missiles that alter
crazy.
probabilities so they have 100% chance of hitting you, or
That's insane.
tossing galaxies around like frisbees. Sorry, did I say galaxies? I meant universes.
Simon's power.
And that's my fault. I did the thing. That was tracking me. That's my fault. That's my fault. Because I said that he was throwing galaxies. That's my fault. But he was throwing universes, bro. I gotta fix my cam. I got it on track. It's on track. Nigga. See, now we ain't tracking. That's why I don't be using the PTZ shit. Right there.
Power was so immense that he started generating super spiral space.
You know what? Because y'all taking forever. I'm gonna have to speed this up. I'm gonna have to, bro. We're 12 minutes into it and you just talking about it. Let's see the fight. Playback speed. We're gonna push you at 1.5. We can push at 1.5 because y'all yapping.
Dimension encompassing our own universe.
With it, Simon turns his thoughts into reality, letting him create his mech and all of its
1.5 is a little bit too much. Let's go 1.25. 1.25.
weapons in the first place.
Not only does this mean he no longer needs co-pilots, he can also regenerate any damage done to him or his mech just by willing it back into existence.
Like when Lord Genome used spiral power to survive quantum breakdown, or the time Nia, now the best wife in the universe, used spiral power to constantly regenerate her body from being erased at the informational level for 7 days straight.
Information in physics is essentially the ones and zeros that make up every possible outcome in reality. Nia literally regenerated from the statistical certainty of her own destruction.
If I have spiral power, whiz, where the fuck is my leg growing back?
When even this was not enough for the anti-spiral, Simon evolved one more time.
Into Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann!
This mech is so big, its size is literally incalculable. And with a drill somehow even larger than that, Simon and his friends shattered the anti-spiral once and for all.
Hey, cruel indifference of the universe! Meet the indomitable human spirit.
Proving Connor's words for fact that Simon's drill is the drill that would pierce the heavens.
With no more worlds left to conquer, Simon chose to wander the earth for the rest of his days, in service to others.
Always looking up. For all the lights in the sky are stars, and every star another world of spiral cousins that can live free.
All thanks to a humble digger.
You just saw he said digger though. That didn't sit right with my spirit. That sounded like he was really trying to say nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The universe is a dangerous place. Should you find yourself face to face with an interdimensional vampire, alien dictators, or this one really pissed off.
Let me just skip to what you tell me about his powers, bro. Cause we already 14 minutes into this bitch. Give me the list. Thank you.
These attacks, but also their souls.
Red is rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm, which sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Blue light is powered by hope and allows Kyle to heal wounds, resist mental domination, and supercharge his ring.
Indigo is compassion, reducing his opponent's will to fight and letting him open portals across space, connecting him to others.
The final one was the sapphire light of love. With
yeah,
it, he could trap enemies within
Redliner.
Crystal matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by forgiving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh, self-love. I get it. Must be nice. And with their powers combined, he doesn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged, and Kyle became a white lantern with total control over the power of life.
Wiz, I cannot think of an attack more useless in
the
a
black
death
one is
battle than
death.
something that makes you live.
Empowered by the physical embodiment of all life in the DC multiverse, Kyle is vastly more powerful than any other lantern in existence.
Far stronger than hell.
Before y'all get in the comments, you didn't even see all the stuff about. I told y'all I'm biased, bro. I told y'all I'm biased. I am a Gurren Lagann stan. Okay? I told you what I knew about it. about the White Lantern. They just told me I was correct. We're gonna listen to a little bit more of this. We get into the fight. I'm trying to see the boxing.
Who could harness the energy of every power battery across the multiverse?
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify corruption, and resurrect the dead, the white light of life is strong enough to go up against threats to all of creation, like
That's
the
crazy.
Anti-Monitor.
Okay, so it's not totally useless.
Especially after Kyle visited the Source and acquired the life equation. Essentially
Oh.
the source code to reality, the life equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
With it, Kyle can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening
that's
the
crazy.
new gods like Darkseid.
The life equation, like its counterpart, the anti-life equation, is a conceptual artifact from a higher reality, originating in a platonic realm that is, in a sense, more real than we are.
So it's
That's
not a
crazy.
shock that the equation made Kyle too powerful.
He struggled to control it, and it subconsciously manifested a being composed of his fears and anxieties. Oblivion. Kyle's greatest weakness was still himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him, and throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns. And together, they shattered Oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
Not bad for a comic book geek from LA.
And now he was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the way.
But with the power of life at their command, there's no end to their journey, only endless beginnings.
Now we gotta change the whoops because we finna get into this normal.
Hey, remember Beerus versus Sailor Galaxia? No? Well, that's because it was taken off YouTube for being too anime. But we've got a solution. It's our own website. That's www.deathbattle.
Yeah, remember all the solo leveling JJK reactions we did that got taken down by YouTube? Yeah, I came up with the solution during our website at www.itsacrit.com. That's an ad that I thought of originally. Yep.
All right, I'm not rusty at all.
I need that jacket, bro.
Hey, dude. Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here. Ring says you've got a
I like how
Class
they
A
change the
galactic
animation style
super
every
weapon,
time, but
whatever
I
that is.
don't know. This
I'm
the
thinking
one though.
it's the giant mech. Why don't you hand it over?
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are? I'm told I'm bad with authority.
Tell me about it. 4.
4?
Oh, he stole your shit.
That's nothing! My drill will pierce the heavens!
Facts.
Take it to for Gurren Lagann!
Like what I meant.
That's really cool. I'm a digger.
What the fuck did he say? No. The nigga said, I'm a nick. He definitely said hard R, bro. Simone. Please don't be true.
That's really cool. I'm a digger.
We do the impossible.
See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
If you ain't know,
You're about to find out.
Enough.
You basically saying y'all the same person?
I'm Simone the Digger. If there's a wall in my way, smash it down!
Stop fighting. Think about your fear of death, your love of your friends, your compassion for me, your hope for
trying.
the future. Choose life.
Have faith in the Simone.
that believes in you.
That shit with the anime flashback.
Super Tekken tilt the Gurren Lagann! My drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens! Giga Drill Free!
I need that mask, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. You copying that nigga's flow. This on some like infinity? Niggas broke infinity?
Wasn't your mech. It was me. Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day, in blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who war.
So we're saying the drill bit is the lantern ring. I guess that's a fair assumption. I need a drill bit. I need me a Gundam that's in the shape or a model after Gurren Lagann. And I need Simone's mask, bro. And jacket. I need that, bro. I real talk need that.
Ship evil's might. Beware my power.
You're copying his swag.
Let's see you grit those teeth!
You'd make
Or the mo.
good lantern.
Simone of Earth, you have been chosen.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
KO! For the guy with the
I'm so proud. I'm so proud. They hold Goku every time. But they could not deny how omniversal this nigga Simone is. It's about time someone put respect on his name, bro. About time. For those who don't understand why it happened, I'm gonna let them talk about it.
the snazzy sunglasses.
When both combatants possessed unlimited power, it's hard to judge them by our normal standards. Take speed. Simone can hit an infinite number of targets all at once, and
At
Kyle
one
can
time,
fly
bro.
fast enough to surpass the normal concept of speed itself.
When you control space and time, things like strength and speed kind of become irrelevant.
Instead, let's analyze them through a lens more applicable to beings as absurd as Simone and Kyle. Their imagination, their willpower, and their ultimate potential.
First
only
up,
3 categories, okay.
imagination. The
Simone got it.
boundless things they could conjure to use against the other. Both could think up just about
Well,
anything
maybe the
the
Lagann,
other could,
because he really
like
just
absorbing each other's
spammed
attacks,
drills.
fighting across time, anything.
Simone did have a few attacks that Kyle hasn't encountered, like the probability-altering missiles, but it's likely Kyle could adapt considering his ring could protect against existence being erased across the multiverse.
Okay,
And in
fair,
general,
fair.
Kyle's constructs were a lot more creative than Simone's arsenal, which was mostly drills. Though
Yeah,
again, nothing Simone couldn't adapt to with, say,
Yeah.
his energy absorption. Imagination is a draw.
That leaves the
Oh,
other
shit.
main factor for both characters, the
I was
origin of their
expecting,
unbelievable
Kyle to
might,
get that.
their willpower.
And that's really gonna be the winning factor here, since it's
Okay.
the source of everything for both of them. Whoever's got the stronger willpower wins.
Both
I
can
was-
manipulate
Simone.
reality on a multiversal scale with their willpower, but we can use dimensions to roughly calculate a difference. This might sound absurd for most characters, but it's necessary for beings as beyond the pale as Simone and Kyle.
The multiverse labyrinth that Simone absorbed contained 11 spatial dimensions. That's 1.3 dimensions less than the multiverse Kyle's power can threaten.
And remember, each numbered dimension infinitely surpasses the one below it.
Which
That's
meant
crazy.
Kyle's willpower was stronger at a base level.
Oh, shit.
However, that doesn't necessarily mean Kyle gets the edge, because if
Okay.
there's one thing both of these guys are known for, it's that they can always get stronger.
So to determine the limits of their willpower, we first need to understand their full potential.
Simone's whole deal with
Why the
spiral
fuck we ain't
power is
start
how
there?
he can constantly evolve to get stronger. So just because Simone starts off weaker doesn't mean he'll stay that way.
Absorbing the multiverse labyrinth required Simone to leapfrog several orders of infinity in an instant. Simone made himself that much stronger through sheer force of will.
More than enough to close the gap with Kyle, especially since Spiral Power also lets him regenerate his body down to an informational level. Kyle's never destroyed something that thoroughly before.
Without the ability to easily kill Simone, it was only a matter of time before Kyle's ring ran low on charge, especially since Simone could likely regenerate for at least a week straight, like Nia did. While Blue Lantern Light could boost Kyle's power, he's never jumped several orders of infinity in strength like Simone has.
And while Kyle could manipulate emotions to reduce Simone's willpower, Simone resisting the Labyrinth's mental manipulation meant he could power through anything Kyle threw at him.
Everything, that is, except for the life equation. It originated from a higher level of reality and would have more than even the odds.
Too bad Kyle couldn't control it. It was just as much a detriment to him as an asset,
that was the
forcing him
deciding
to
factor.
relinquish it to keep from
If he could
destroying
control
reality and
he would have
himself.
won.
Compare that to Simone, who merged with a version of himself writing a version of Gurren Lagann, and using spiral power to make that fiction into reality.
A pretty
insane.
similar level of reality to the life equation, and a level of power Simone had no trouble embracing and mastering
That's
by the
on
end of
some,
his story. No matter how you look
the
at it,
Sentry type
Simone
shit.
might start weaker, but his peak will always transcend Kyle's. Isn't that how all of Simone's battles usually go anyway? That's
Facts.
Gurren Lagann in a nutshell.
So Simone's incredible potential eclipsed Kyle, which
Which
means
is why
his
he went-
willpower was ultimately greater. Kyle
you.
may have embodied life itself, but Simone's unstoppable evolutionary potential would shatter even this lantern's light.
I hope Kyle at least dug the fight, because when it comes to death battle losers, he was a dead ringer.
The winner is Simone the Digger.
And that's why I say y'all need to stop sleeping on Gurren Lagann, bro. The story, the internal story in Gurren Lagann is insane. Not the one that they show you up front. The message in all 27 episodes, bro. Do you feel like the battle was unjust? Do you feel like Kyle should have won? I feel like you're capping if you say yes. The person who won this one was supposed to win this one. Simone, Gurren Lagann is just one of those ones, bro. On the back, you see it. It's one of those ones, dog. Bang. Make sure y'all stick the like button. So you can't like the video without liking the video. Make sure your post notification bell is on so you know when I'm always posting. Catch y'all in the next one.